Hey Vince, hope everything's going well. Um, I wanted to the lessons from Friday, Monday, and Tuesday. They're pretty good videos that I could find to help you out. But I kind of wanted to start you out on a solid foundation with this perimeter and area because fourth grade perimeter and area can get pretty tricky. So with these next three lessons, today's, tomorrow's, and Fridays. I'm going to try my best to get these lessons to you. That way, you'll be good to go for that MAP test and any grades that you're going to have on this once you get back. So, I'm opening up my Jamboard here to walk you through this practice. Now, you do have a basic perimeter and area sheet that you have to do. I'm not going to take you through that. There'll be a video that you can watch for just solving basic perimeter and area. But for these word problems, there are kind of special things that I want you to do. Kind of like writing those basic facts. So just waiting on this to get pulled up. Let's see if it'll hurry up. I don't know why it's acting so slow. All right, so remember that perimeter is the outside. All right. So perimeter is the outside, the distance outside of a square or a rectangle. An area is the entire space inside that rectangle. Sorry, there's a little bit of a delay. So this is just a visual to kind of help you remember those. Let's review our formulas for perimeter and area. Remember, your formula for perimeter is P equals, oops, it's not writing very good. P equals L plus W plus L plus W. Well, it did not complete. All right, so there's my formula for perimeter. Now I'm going to look at my formula for area. A equals L times W. So there's my two formulas that are going to get me through this fourth grade perimeter and area. Very simple, but they're very important. Today's lesson is a pretty simple one, but the key to today's lesson is making sure that you write these formulas every time you solve a word problem that involves perimeter and area. Okay, so let's take a look. All right, so question 1 says a fence is put around a rectangular flower bed. The flower bed is 9 feet wide and 11 feet long. What is the total length of the fence? And sorry, I didn't read the directions end of the day, so I skipped them. Word problems. Determine the perimeter or area of a square or rectangle. All right, so back to this problem. We have a fence going up around a rectangular flower bed. So by thinking about what a fence is and what it does and going around a rectangle, hopefully you know that on this problem we're going to be solving for perimeter. So you need to rewrite your formula. Do not start out with the numbers. So P equals L plus W plus L plus W. Hopefully that will catch up. There we go. My W's are a little incomplete. All right. Now I'm going to plug in what I know. So let's take a look at this P right here. Okay. Do I know perimeter in this problem? No, since it's asking me what the total length is, I do not know the perimeter. So I'm going to leave this perimeter as a P. I'm going to leave it as a variable. I'm going to drop down my equal sign. Now, let's fill in what we know. Do I know my length? Yes, my length is 11. So everywhere I have an L, a cursive L, I'm going to put 11. All right, do I know my width? Yes. So everywhere I have width, I'm going to put a 9, a W. Yeah, W is 9. All right, and then I'm going to drop down my plus signs. Now, I'm just going to solve. So let's solve these. 11 plus 9 is 20. 11 plus 9 again is 20. So P equals 240. Let's check my unit. 40 feet. Now, since we're dealing with perimeter, and I probably should have mentioned this earlier, but remember, going back to, let's look at this one. Going back to perimeter and area, remember perimeter is a plane shape. So it is one-dimensional. It's literally on the paper. So whenever we get our perimeter, we're just dealing with units all by themselves. But whenever we're solving for area, we have a 2D shape. We have a shape that has length and width. So whenever I solve for area, my answer has to have square units. Or remember, it may look like this. Units with a baby 2 out behind it, right? Floating up in the air. Okay, so sorry, had to go back and hit on that. So let's look back here. So since I'm dealing with perimeter, I just have my units right there. I do not have the square. And so A is my answer. All right, let's move on to the next one. A gardener is putting flowers on the edge of a rectangular yard. The number of flowers depends on the perimeter of the yard. The yard is 13 feet wide and 29 feet long. What is the perimeter of the yard? So I'm solving for perimeter. So I'm going to say P equals L plus W plus L plus W. It asked me over here, what is the perimeter? So that's why I'm using my formula for perimeter. So let's plug in what we know and what we don't know. I do not know perimeter because of what is the perimeter. So I'm going to leave this a P. My length is 29 feet long. My width is 13 feet wide. So I'm putting this underneath where it corresponds. I'm going to drop down my plus signs. And I'm going to add. So let's come out to the side and stack it so we can make sure that we get it right. So I get 42. That 2 is here. 42 plus 42. So whenever I add 42 plus 42, I get 84. Check the unit, feet. Since I'm dealing with perimeter, it is only feet, not feet squared. So there is my answer. All right, moving on to the next one. If you need to pause this video, you can. Perfectly fine. All right, so Marcos is making a square photo frame. He wants to put stickers around the opening for the picture. Each edge of the opening is 14 centimeters long. What is the perimeter of the opening? So, do I need my formula for perimeter or do I need my formula for area? I need my formula for perimeter. So I'm going to write P equals L plus W plus L plus W. All right. I'm going to plug in what I do and do not know. I do not know the perimeter, so I'm going to leave that as a variable. Notice every time I start out with this. That is so very important. Today our lesson's not that difficult, but over the next 2 days, they're going to get more difficult, and you have to start out with writing those formulas. All right? So let's see what our length is. All right, well, I see long. So 14 and 14. All right, now width. I don't see a width on here, but it does tell me that each edge. So that means all of my edges are going to be 14. Think about what you know about a square. A square has 4 equal sides, 4 sides equal in length. So that's why I have my 4 14ths. Now, I know that I have my addition right here, but honestly, I would come over to the side and stack it and multiply. 4 times 4 is 16. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 1 is 5. So my perimeter is 56. I'm going to check my units. 56 centimeters. And remember, with perimeter, I do not use square units. Okay? So, moving on to the next one. Number 4. Jordan glues a piece of ribbon around each edge of a square picture frame. Each side of the picture frame is 13 centimeters long. How long is the ribbon? Now, this doesn't ask me what is the perimeter or what is the area, but you've got to think about these clue words: around, edge, square, frame. All of those words and how long, all of those words point to which one, perimeter or area? Hopefully you said perimeter. All right, so let's plug in what we do and don't know. I do not know my perimeter because it says how long. I know that my ribbon is 13 centimeters long. And it also says that each side is 13 centimeters long. So that means all of these will be 13. So again, like a while ago, now you can add these, or you can stack them and multiply like I did. You can get 26 plus 26. And then 26 times 2. Is 52. So I get 52, check my units, 52 centimeters. And because it is perimeter, I do not have a square, only my units. All right, now I do want to go over these two with you. These got left off of your paper because I thought I checked it to make sure that they had perimeter and area, but I obviously missed this one. So work this one out with me just on the back of that paper, scratch sheet of paper, because we do need to cover 2 more and then we'll be done. So a rancher wants to put some cattle in a pasture. The number of cattle depends on the area of the pasture. The rectangular pasture is 94 yards by 56 yards. What is the area of the pasture? Now, in math, by is one of those words kind of like and or of. Sometimes it can mean something, and here it's meaning for us to multiply. And if you didn't know that, we also have this right here. It's asking us what is the area. So now I can't use my formula for perimeter. I've got to write my formula for area. All right, so let's fill in what we do and do not know. I do not know the area, so it stays an A. My length and my width. Now, it doesn't specify my length and my width, but honestly, because of the commutative property, I can use either one of those. So I'm just going to keep it in the same order that it is right there. Sorry, that is very messy. 94 times 56. It's not picking up really well on this. I'm not quite sure why. Okay, so since I have a 2-digit by 2-digit, I'm going to come over here and stack and do the turtle head, which hopefully we remember how to do. All right, so I start here. I have to say 4 times 6 is 24. Then I say, after I say 4 times 6, I say 9 times 6 is 54. And 54 plus 2 is 56. All right, mark it out, draw the collar, lay the egg. All right, so now I'm going to say 4 times 5 is 20. Put my 0, carry my 2 next door. 9 times 5 is 45. Plus 2 is 47. 7 plus 5 is 12. So I get 5,264 yards. Since we're finding area, I do have to say yards square per square yards. All right. Last one. A teacher wants to repair a cork board. The amount of cork needed depends on the area of the board. The picture shows the size of the board. So here's my size. What is the area of the board? So it is literally asking me what is the area. So hopefully we know I have to use my formula for area. Area equals length times width. What is the area? So I don't know area. It needs to stay a variable. All right, what is my length? Remember, you can pick either one of those. It doesn't matter. It's just if I pick 29 here, I've got to pick something different next door. All right, again, I have a 2-digit by a 2-digit, so I need to stack and do the turtle head. (29) times 41. So I'm going to say 9 times 1 is 9. 2 times 1 is 2. Nothing to mark out up here. Draw the collar, lay the egg. 9 times 4 is 36. Put my 6, carry my 3. 4 times 2 is 8. Plus 3 is 11. So I get 9, 8, 1, 1. And so there's my answer. A equals to 1,189, check your units, inches with the baby 2 behind it, which is inches square inches. All right, so I hope this helps. I hope you're staying on track with your work. I know you're on vacation, but don't let it get ahead of you, or don't let it snowball. Don't let it build up, because you do need to be working on it, on those IXL skills too. So just don't let it pile up. I hope everything's going good. Be careful, stay safe, and have fun. See you, bud.